My name is Ray Cooper. I was born Carlton Alfonso Cooper, but my friends, family, everyone calls me Ray Cooper. You know what I mean? Ray means king in Spanish, so it's King Cooper. My style of music is I can say it's a mixture of many different things, you know. I started off making, hip hop, strictly hip hop. And after a while, I started to do Afrobeats. But, I don't like to stick to just one thing. You get what I mean? So after a while, I started to blend different genres together just to create something that sounds good. You get me? So I don't have a specific style. I think I'm just versatile like that. And but I have influence from hip hop, dancehall, and Afrobeats mainly. And that's pretty much it. Initially, actually, I used to be called Trap King Cooper. That's what I used to be called, because that time I was a beat maker. I was all about hip hop. I was like strictly trap. So it was Trap King Cooper. And then it wasn't really sitting well with me for a while. I was like, I was still struggling with my identity, sort of. And it got to a point, I started thinking, okay, I need to change, I need to think. And I learned how to speak Spanish. I'm quite fluent. So one night I was just like, King Cooper, how do you say King Cooper in Spanish? Ray Cooper, because Ray means king in Spanish. So I was like, Ray Cooper, it sits, it actually sounds good. So that was just pretty much it, just like Ray Cooper. So I didn't change the name from King Cooper, I just changed the language. And Ray Cooper just sat much better, So yeah. How do I see myself? I see myself as a gem. I see myself as a gem, something very rare. My music is something you can't find anywhere else. And it's going to get better and better, obviously. But, I just see myself as a gem. That's pretty much what it is. When you see a diamond, it's covered in a lot of rust and dirt. But, you won't know it's a diamond unless you actually dig in and get much deeper. So if you get much deeper into my music, you understand what I'm talking about. How I want others to see me as an artist. I just want them to see me for myself, see me for who I am. When you listen to my music, you hear the lyrics, you hear, what I'm talking about. If you can relate, even if you can't relate, you have an imagination, you can use it. And whatever song you hear from Ray Cooper will basically tell you how you should see me in that specific moment. And trust me, I have different, I could say one thing in one song and say another thing in a whole different song. You get what I mean? So you might play yourself if you try to judge me off of one song. Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much it. But it's mainly based off of my lyrics, let's just say. It's a whole long list, but that's hella difficult. That's a very difficult question, but Black Sherif is definitely one. I'm a massive Black Sherif fan, it's crazy. Black Sherif, I'm a crazy Kanye West fan because he reminds me of myself a lot. I'm a crazy Shatta Wale fan. I'm also a Wizkid fan. So I've been listening to Wizkid since I was a kid. So, oh yeah. And now also, how can I forget? Lagbaja. Lagbaja is somebody that's been vibing with since I don't even know. I really like Lagbaja. So yeah, I can say that's my top 5. Or was it 4? Did I mention 4 or 5? Wizkid, Black Sherif, Shatta Wale, Kanye West, Lagbaja. That's 5. That's my top 5. That was in 2017. Yeah, it was this show called Fair and Praise. It was actually my favorite because that was my first ever show. Yeah, I was still strictly hip hop at the time. And the venue was at at where was it? Where was it? Man, I'm trying to remember. I actually don't remember the venue. It was February 2017. I think we held that at. It was at the tent at Action Chapel. Yeah, Action Chapel at the tent. It was fire. It was Black 360, Mr. Trench, Israel Stone. There were some really, really dope artists there, and I really enjoyed it. I had a great time. So yeah. Funny enough, I don't even listen to my songs that much. I just put them out there and I just, but I listen to Mr. Trench a lot. Mr. Trench is a massive inspiration. I listen to Pusha T a lot. I listen to Asha a lot. I listen to Wizkid a lot. Who else do I listen to? Yeah, I listen to a whole lot of artists, to be honest. It's really difficult for me to like single out a few, but yeah. Top 5 African artists. That's difficult. Okay. No disrespect to anybody else, because I mean, there's a massive list of artists I could mention, and I think everyone is doing great in their own sphere. But we've got Wizkid definitely is up there. I think I've mentioned him like 4 times. Wizkid is up there. Wizkid, Stonebwoy. You said top 5. Wizkid, Stonebwoy, Ladipo. Who's taking that number 1 spot? And Rema. How can I forget my boy, Rema? Shout outs to Rema. Yeah. Which record label would I like to be on in Ghana? To be honest with you, I'd actually prefer to be independent. Yeah, I prefer my independence because, the music industry it's not the way most artists think it is. I mean, it's not a bad thing to be on a label. I mean, if you're on a label and it's working for you, great. But so far being independent, I've had like more monopoly over some of my affairs, owning my masters and all that stuff, which other independent artists would attest to this, that it's a little slow at the start, but there's always light at the end. So I would much rather prefer to be independent than to be on a label, and I like it so far. Funny moments in my career. Oh man, that's whenever I've actually had a lot. I've had a lot. One of the funniest ones was during this show called Fuse. We had this show called Fuse, right? And it was a really nice setup and everything. Not a lot of people, maybe maximum of 100, and we were having it was almost like an audition kind of setting. It was really nice, very intimate, because it wasn't a massive stage or anything. And I performed, and it reached a point I forgot my lyrics. So I started freestyling, and while I was freestyling, everything was going well because I was pumped, I was vibing, and next thing, I just got stuck. I just got stuck. Everything just left I think it was pressure. Pressure bobbed me hard. So everything just left my head, and yeah, I was laughing at myself at that moment because I was like, yo, Cooper, say something, manufacture something right now. And it was obvious. I tried to cover it up, but I'm pretty sure the videos are there. It was obvious. So I think one of the big turning points for my music would be just to get to a point where people can actually understand where my music is coming from. I write music from a specific place that is it's strange. I don't know how to explain it. There are a lot of songs, I don't want to get too deep, but there's a lot of songs floating all over the universe, right? And before I write music, I put myself in a place. I put myself in a place where I can grab songs because they're like treasures floating all over the universe. And if I can get people to actually understand where I was before I grabbed that song, I think that would be a turning point, because people will then start to realize like, oh, this is what he was thinking, or this is what he was going through, you know? Because some songs you can listen to them and you might not necessarily get it right off the bat until you listen to it over and over again. So yeah. Not all the time. Not all the time. I don't always see improvement. Sometimes you can record one song and it's like really good, it's absolute fire. The next time you record a song and it's like, you know, it was bad. And you have to like, you know, sort of like backtrack and think, okay, where did I go wrong? Why is this song not as good? And that's the most difficult thing. When you make a song that's really fire, it's difficult to beat the standard, you know? So yeah, not all the time. Like you might make a good song, make a song like, let's say 8 out of 10. The next time you record, you make a song that's like 5 out of 10, 4 out of 10. But obviously it has to be trashed, because, you know, as an artist, you can't put out trash music, you know? And I want to be known as that artist that doesn't make a bad song. Shout out to Mr. Trench. So yeah. Well, it's actually a single. My new project is a single. It's coming out in March 2020, this year, 2022. It's called Loyal, and it's really good. It was actually on my last EP, but there were some issues with it. Some of my fans know what I'm talking about. But it's going to be out, like I said, March 2022. It's going to come with a video, a visualizer and everything, and you're going to love it. I'm going to remaster it, and yeah, just, you know, hold your breath for this one, because it's gonna be really good. Yeah. How do I see myself in the near future? I see myself, by the grace of God, you know, doing music with cultures and sounds that I've never thought of. I mean, I see myself collaborating with Koreans. I see myself collaborating with Indians, collaborating with friggin' South Americans, you know, just exploring sounds that are alien to us now, you know, sounds that I never expected that I'll ever make, people I never expected I'll ever work with, you know. That's where I see myself in the near future. And I really don't know what I'm gonna sound like in the next 5 years. I might, like if I could go into the future and see my songs and listen to my songs, I'm pretty sure I'll be very, very surprised, because, you know, I like experiments. So yeah. Oh, I am falling for my best friend. She got me confused. And I know if he tell my girlfriend, 'cause I love her too. She got my tattoo. She'll never, never leave my crew. But I'm with a different woman, my baby don't know. But the way she move, the way she move. She don't do no jealousy, but she want to color B. The way she do, the way she do. Where you get this energy, want to take my soul from me, yeah. Yeah, that'll be enough for now. Shout out to Berryman Studios, man, doing big things in Ghana. They're located at Teshi, Noble Junction. Make sure you check them out. And much love. Shout out to Mr. Trent. Shout out to Power Circle Studios. And take care, guys.